So I can't be the only one who's noticed that since 2020, there's been so many people like reclaiming their relationship with God. And it's crazy how in the midst of all of it, it could be daunting. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, you're seeing real time carnage. You're seeing real time destruction. And yet, here we are strengthening our faith and loving on people better, loving on ourselves better, and pushing forward on these goals like never before. I mean, do you realize what type of design you have to be made of in order to push through like that? And that's not to take anything away from anybody who's dealing with depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, any of those things. Like, listen, if you're watching this and you have felt any of those types of feelings in life, you're not alone. It's something that the human condition is a very sensitive one, because we know, what's the word I'm looking for? We know on an intrinsic level, just as far as our fabric, subconsciously, we know that we are made in the image of something unstoppable, right? And it's when we get disconnected from the reality of who we are, or the perception of the reality of who we are, that things get really sidetracked and we fall into these, deep, dark holes. But that doesn't mean that somebody is not willing to throw you a lifeline. There's way more people that want to throw you a lifeline than you'll realize if you don't hold on to faith and hope and trust. You got to trust God. You got to trust that the design that he gave you, first of all, you can change. We have free will. We have the opportunity to always evolve, right? And just continue to further our growth. I feel like I'm going on a little bit, so I'm going to wrap this up. But I know I'm not the only one, right? Just sound off if you've reclaimed your relationship with God in these last 3 years, and, duet it. Tell your testimony. Like, tell a story. I've never really shared my full testimony because it's long. But, on the YouTube channel, I'm planning on it. Like, I'm going to do like a full testimony on the YouTube channel one of these days. But share yours if you can fit it into a TikTok.